I'm Nina Derschlag. Hope all of you guys are doing super well. I hope you guys are healthy, finding things to keep you happy, and also moving around. So I invite you today to my substituted wellness elevated balance class, home edition style. And so all you're gonna need today is any form of resistance band works. 2 filled jugs of either Gatorade, water bottles, really whatever you find around the house works absolutely great. And go and grab some kind of Swiffer that has this nice long width. And last but not least, a sturdy chair without any wheels. Once you grab all of those, we can get started with our warm-up. Okay, so we are going to start with some marching. So we're just going to lift our knees nice and high. Wherever is comfortable to you is high enough. So we're just raising our knees. We can keep our hands by our sides. I kind of jumped the gun there too soon. We're raising our knees nice and high. You can go at whatever pace is comfortable to you. So we're just going to march. Warm ourselves up here, get our heart rates going, marching, marching, marching. A little modification for marching is we could just hold a chair for extra stability. We can also be seated and we can just raise our knees up while we hold back. Also working posture, keeping those shoulders back, not forgetting to breathe. Marching up. I'm going to stay standing for this one. And so once we're warmed up, we're going to give it 5 more marches. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just kind of wiggle it out. We're going to get back to marching. Marching, we're going to engage our arms. So we're flexing and extending. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Marching. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Really engaging those arms, pumping them up. Keep marching, keep marching, keep marching. So now, after these next 5, what we're gonna do, we're still marching. We are currently in a upright stance. So we're marching in this stance and we're gonna extend out into a wide stance. Okay, so after 5, 4, 3, 2, get into that wide stance, marching, legs raised, marching out, engaging those arms. March, breathe, shoulders back, marching, marching, raise those legs. And now we're going to go back into that upright stance. We're going to bring that foot towards the other one. Marching, 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 engaging those hands. Now we're going to go to that wide march. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and wide march. Really engaging those arms, pumping up that blood, getting us ready for our exercise. We're lifting. I'm just going to modify really quick. Pumping. Going to do 10 more. 9, 8. Posture nice and straight, engaging that core for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3 more, 2, and 1. Shake it all out. Okay, next what we're going to do is some taps. Move the chair out of my way for a second. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to step out wide like we did for the march. I'm going to step back. Back with my right, my left taps back. Taps, taps, taps. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Again, we're going to find a pace that is comfortable for wherever you feel like you want to move today. And so to use the chair, I'm going to use this for some extra support. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to extend one leg out, bring the other in, and the same thing. Left, right tap, right, left tap, right tap, left tap, right tap. Another modification, seated. What we're gonna do is nice and wide legs. I'm gonna take my left, tap it to my right, and back. Right tap, back, left, back, right, back, left, back. So what we're gonna add to this after 5 more tapping, we can see our arms are nice and down to our side, not really moving, and that's gonna change in 5, 4, 3, 2, we're still tapping, and 1. So we're gonna flex our arms and then extend. So I'm tapping, flexing, extending. Flex, extend, flex, extend. I'm tapping, I'm breathing, I'm really engaging my shoulders by squeezing them back to really focus on my posture. So extending, flexing, extending, flexing, extending, flexing, extending, flexing, extending, flexing, extending, flexing. Keep going, don't stop. I'm just gonna show another modification on a chair. So what we're gonna do, wide legs, we're tapping, extending and flexing, tapping, extending and flexing, tapping, extending and flexing, tapping, extending and flexing. Okay, we're gonna do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hopefully your heart rate is going a bit. Feel a little more warmed up. So next what we're gonna do is some range of motion to just kind of wake up our muscles and tendons to get us ready for our actual workout. So what we're gonna do is sit at the edge of our chair, or you can sit back wherever is comfortable for you. I'm gonna sit right at the edge. And so what I'm gonna do is roll my neck forward. So I'm tucking my chin and I'm looking at my toes. And then lift back to center. And then I'm gonna push back as I'm staring up at the ceiling. My chin is raised, my eyes are up. Inhaling and exhaling, come back to center. Forward, chin tucked. Looking at those toes, holding. If you want a more deeper stretch, but if this feels good for you, then you can just do this. But I'm going to place my hand on my head and just kind of push down to more deeper stretch. Holding, releasing, extending up, and then extending back, hold, come back down. So now we're going to do some mini circles, starting from tucked down to the side, and hold. 3, 2, 1. We're going to roll back to center, raise up. Now we're going to come back down, tuck that chin. We're going to go to the left side, roll it to the side, hold it there for 3, 2, 1, and roll it back. Come back up. So now we're going to do full neck circles. So we're coming back down to our neck tucked, come to our right ear, tuck to our right shoulder, come all the way back. Left, tuck with our left shoulder, breathing, and tucked back, raising back up to center. Now we're going to do the same thing the other way. So now I'm going to tuck my neck down, going to the left shoulder, going all the way back, going nice and slow, feeling every bit of the stretch. Breathing, and holding, and returning back to center. So next, what we are going to do is some shoulder shrugs. So we are going to just shrug up and down, up and down, up and down. We're going to do 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So now after going up and down, we're going to go in circular motions. So I am pulling my shoulders to the back of me. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to switch directions and go forward. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and one last one, 5. Feeling that stretch. So next what we're going to do is we are going to just flap our wings like we're flying. We want to make sure that they're not coming completely overhead, like completely floppy bird. We just want to make sure that they're at center and we're just lightly pushing them up and down. Okay, we're going to do this for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So now we can bring them back in, shake them out if we have to. We're going to move, we're going to push our hands out, and we're going to rotate those wrists, get them nice and activated. Going to one circular motion, an outer one, pushing them out. And now I'm going to do one more. Now I'm going to bring it in. Circular motion in. Okay, so now we're going to slide back to our end of our chair, and what we're going to do is some ankle rotation. So with my left foot being flat on the ground, I'm just going to roll my right ankle to the right in a circular motion. Rolling, I'm holding my chair for extra support. I'm also focusing on my posture, which is nice and straight up. I can feel the stretch in my shoulders. So I'm squeezing back, engaging my core. I'm breathing. Two more until we switch sides. And we're going to switch directions before we switch sides. So here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Before we switch sides, we are going to lift our ankle up and then push it back down, up and down, up and down. 4 more, 3, and 2, and 1. So now we can bring that right foot back down, nice and flat on the floor, while we raise that left foot up. And what we're going to do is we're going to do those circles. Mine right now are going to the right. 4 more, 3, 2, 1. Changing the direction to the left. Shoulders are nice and back and straight. I'm breathing. 2 more, 1. So now I'm going to go up and then down. Up and down. 5 more. 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Last but not least for our range of motion today is going to be a knee lift. So we're going to scoot to the edge of our chair and we're going to hold on right behind us, which is a great stretch to our back. And so with my left leg flat on the floor, I'm going to raise my right knee and then I'm going to extend out and pull it back. Up, out, and back. Raise it up, extend out, and back. 3 more. Extend and back. 1 more. Now right will be nice and flat on the floor while we raise the left leg, push it out and back, up, push out and back. And you can only push out to wherever is comfortable for you. If it's close to the ground, that's totally fine. You're still going to get the same effect. And down, up, 4 more, 3, and 2, and 1. Slide that back. That is our warm-up for the day. Now let's get into our exercise. Move this chair out of my way for now. We'll need it later. And so what we're going to do is opposite knee to opposite arm. So I'm going to lift my left knee, my right arm, nice and extended to wherever is comfortable for you. Our mobility is going to be at different angles, and it's just going to be based off of whatever is comfortable and what you're capable of. And so here is what we're going to do. Opposite arm, opposite leg, and down. Opposite arm, opposite leg, and down. Knee raise, opposite arm raised. extra support, holding on. And so what we're gonna do is be seated actually. And so what we're gonna do is the same thing. We are going to raise our left with our right and down, right and left and down. Whatever is comfortable for you is where we're gonna do it. We're really pushing back with our shoulder. So we raise up with our knee, and then as soon as we stomp down, our foot is nice and flat. 10, 9, 8 more, 7, don't forget to breathe, inhale, exhale, 6, 5, 4, doing good, 3, 2, and 1. Nice, that was awesome. Next, what we're going to do are some arm swings. So I'm going to start seated, and I'm going to be seated at the edge of my chair. My legs nice and flat. I'm going to bend over to a 45-degree angle, and so what I'm going to do is some arm raises. So I'm going to go up to wherever is comfortable and down, up and down. It's going to turn into an arm swing. It's kind of pushing up and no force down. Force up and down. Push up and down. This is a great back workout as it helps you really reach. It's like I'm reaching for something on top of the cabinet. And down. Up and down. Up and down. 5 more. 4. Doing good. 3 and 2 and 1. I'm just gonna do 3 more standing just so you can see the modification form. And so I'm just gonna have my knees slightly bent with my hips and back a little hinged out and back. And so what I'm gonna do is with that 45-degree angle, I'm going to go up and down, up and down. One last one for 3 and down. So that is the arm swing. Next is what we have called a suitcase row. And so I'm going to start out on a chair. And this is when we can grab our weights. Mine is Gatorade. Whatever you find is great. Even cans work out too. So what we're going to do is I'm sitting at the edge of my chair. I'm going to start out with 1. I'm going to have my feet hip width, shoulder apart. And so I am going to hinge back with my core engaged, my shoulders back. I'm going to have my left hand just resting on my thigh as I extend out to grab my suitcase. I'm going to push back in. Extend and flex. Extend and flex. Extend and flex. Extend and flex. 5 more. 4 and 3 and 2. Doing good. Last one until we switch the sides, which I'm going to do standing for this side. And so I'm going to have some flexion in my knees with my feet hip width, shoulder apart. Got some flexion. My shoulders are back, my core is engaged. I'm remembering to breathe as I'm doing this exercise. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to flex in as I push back out. Extend. And then flex. Grab the suitcase, pull it back. Grab the suitcase, pull it back. Grab the suitcase, pull it back. 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Okay, so next is a wood chopper. I'm going to start out seated. You guys are doing great. Keep up the good work. And so here, and what I will be doing is I am going to be sitting at the edge of my chair, not hair, chair. And so my feet are going to be flat on the floor as I hold onto my bottle, whatever form is comfortable for you. You can hold like this, where your palms are completely gripping the bottle, twisted. I'm going to do full forearms. It's called a wood chopper. So we are going across our body. So I'm going to start out to my right side. And so I am twisting. I'm twisting from my right to my left, because I'm going to chop down. So I'm starting out right, chopping down with all my force and energy and core strength down to my left side. Coming back up, pushing down with all that force and energy, coming back up, pushing down and up and down, up, reaching up, chopping down, up and down. 5 more, down, 4 and 3 and 2. Last one on this side and down. Do the other side, standing. So I'm going to have some flexion in my knees, just a little bit. I'm going to start on my left side. Palms grabbing onto the bottle, like so. Starting out with some flexion in my knees, starting out on the left side. As I'm crossing my body and arms over to the side, I'm going to chop down to my right side. And back up and chop. Up and chop. Up and chop. Up, chopping that wood. Up and chop. Up and chop. 5 more, you're doing good. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Awesome. Now if you guys need a short break to get some water, take a seat, take a breath, by all means, I'll give you a second. So next, what we are going to be doing is called a leg opener. I'm going to start out on the chair. My butt is going to be at the edge of my chair, and so I'm going to start out wide, kind of like that marcher. Marching, march wide, march in. And so what we're going to do is, it's great for your hip abductors. It's a great way to activate them. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to grab on to the seat behind me as I have my legs nice and extended. I'm going to push them back in and out. So I'm lifting my feet in and out. I'm opening and closing. So they're closed right now. I'm going to open them. Closed and down. With my shoulders being behind me, not only am I gaining stability, I'm also working on my posture again, which as many of us throughout our day, we don't really focus on. So it's just a great way to nail yourself. Okay, cool. This is how it feels to have myself nice and upright, shoulders squeezed. And so it's just a great way for you to just remind yourself. And so shoulders are back, nice and squeezed. My body is nice and upright. I'm going to open up and close. Open and close. Open and close. Open and close. 5 more. 4, I'm breathing. 2, 1 more. We're gonna hold on this one. Feels really good. Your hands feel okay to not where you have to hold on. We're just gonna rest our hands here. If you want a deeper stretch, you can kind of push out more. We're gonna hold that for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm gonna do 5 more in a modification in standing, where I'm going to use the chair for some extra assistance, as all I did seated transferred into standing is just a leg raise and down. Leg raise and down. I have some flexion in this right leg because I don't want to become immobile, so it's just going to help me stabilize myself. And if you need to hold on to with both hands, by all means, all we're doing is just raising and bringing it back down. Extending, bring it back. Extending, bring it back. Extending, bring it back. You got your choice there, whichever one's more comfortable. So now we are going to grab our Swifter broom. And so I will start out seated for the first 5. And so we are going to be doing chest press with a leg raise. So here we want to position our hands shoulder width apart. And once you have that, you can even check yourself. Okay, that feels good to me. My elbows are nice and bent at 90 degrees, and so I'm going to push towards my chest to wherever is comfortable. If it's out here, if it's here, wherever feels good to you, we're getting the same effect. And so my feet are nice and flat on the floor. We're just going to do a practice round of a chest press. And so I'm bringing it in, and I'm going to push out. Pushing in, extending out. Push in, extend out. Push in, extend out. And that is a chest press. So now what we're going to add to it is a simple leg raise. I'm going to make sure you guys can see. And so I am bringing it into a chest press. And what I'm going to do with one leg, I'm going to raise my right leg out as I push out. And then I'm going to come back in. Push out and in. Push out and in. 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Awesome. We can set that down, kind of roll out our shoulders, shake it out for a second. Okay, take a nice deep breath. And now for the next side. What we're going to do is uprise our arms. As we push out, we're going to lift our left leg out and in. Out and in. 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. So now I'm going to do 5 more while standing, just so you guys can get another view of how to do this exercise. And so it's going to start with the same chest press. However, all I'm doing is just slightly raising my leg. And this is a great way to balance and see how you feel on one leg while you're also doing something with your other body. So here we go. Pushing out, just slightly raising my leg, sliding it back. Out and back, out. And if your leg never even wants to leave the ground, that's totally fine. You're still getting the same effect of testing your balance. So I'm just going to slide my foot out and back. Out and back. One more on this side and back. So now with my left leg, do a few in the air. Out and in and out and in. Now I'm just going to do a few sliding. Sliding out and in, out and in, out and in. One last one, pushing out and in. Thank you, Broom. You've done well. Okay, so now for our last but not least, we have a calf raise. And so I'm going to start out modification form using the chair for assistance. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to center myself. And what I'm going to do is raise up to the ball of my feet. As I'm staying elevated, I'm going to just hold for 20 seconds. I'm going to breathe. Feel the stretch. Feels good. And if you're getting antsy or if it's starting to hurt, what we can do is we can just start to pedal back and forth. So I'm just going to pedal. Same effect, you can really feel it. Just pedal, holding on. But if you want to hold, you can totally just hold. I'm just going to pedal it out. My calves are pretty sore. Okay, 10 more seconds. And 9, and 8, and 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and rest. Shake it out. Okay, we're going to do that again, but we're going to add something, of course. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rise up the top of my feet, staying elevated. What I'm going to do is tap back. I'm going to tap out and then come back. Tapping out and back. Out and back. While I'm tapping out, I'm staying elevated on the stationary leg that's staying put, along with the leg that is kicking back. Out and in, out and in. I'm going to switch side. And 2 more, 1 more, and switch sides. Now on my left side, I'm tapping out and coming back in, staying elevated at the ball of my feet. My hands are centered to the chair. I'm breathing, I'm staying upright. 2 more, and 1 more, and come back down. Shake it out if you have to. I'm gonna do 5 more on each leg, just to show the modification version while seated. We are going to stay at the tip of our chair, raise onto the ball of our feet with our heels raised. And what I'm gonna do is just tap and extend out, and then bring it back in. Out and in, 3, and 2, and 1. And now I'm going to keep them raised up as I do my left leg. I'm gonna go out and in, out and in, 3, and 2, and 1. And that is our balance exercise. But we're not done. We got a little cool down. Okay. So, what we have planned for our cool down is pretty much all seated, but you can also do it standing, so it is preference based. And so where I'm going to start with is we're gonna have our knees a little bit out, just a little bit out, and we're sitting at the edge of our chair. And so we're gonna come up and above like we're swimmers. We're gonna reach out. This is a great back stretch. We're really reaching out. Trying to grab something. Pushing, reaching. This feels really good. 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, not forgetting to breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, and bring it back up to center and back down. Next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna seat ourselves back at the edge of our chair. Go sideways just so you can see better. And so my feet are nice and flat on the floor. My shoulders are nice and back and squeezed. I'm nice and upright. I'm engaging my core. Not forgetting to breathe also. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a side reach as I slide up my right shoulder and push this left one down. I feel a nice stretch right there. You can go to wherever feels good. Just hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and come back to center. So now we're going to drop that right shoulder down. Feel that stretch. This is a good spot for me. 4, 3, 2, and come back up to center. So now if you want to further that stretch, if that felt good, I would continue doing that. But if you want to further that stretch, what we're going to do is we're going to hold on to this seat right here with my left hand. I'm just going to stretch overhead. I'm going to hold that for 5, 4, 3, 2, and coming back up. Same thing with this one. I'm going to stretch overhead and hold. Holding. 4, 3, 2, and coming back to center. So now, even though for most of the workout we did focus on posture, I'm going to do one more posture stretch. And so we're going to lift our forearms up to a 90-degree angle. And so what we're going to do is we are going to push them back. Pushing them back, and I'm squeezing my shoulder blades until I feel that stretch. It feels so good. I'm nice and upright. Taking some nice deep breaths. And then pushing back. It feels good. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So now we're going to get those hamstrings. And so I'm going to keep my left leg bent. I'm sitting at the edge of my chair. My shoulders and back is nice, upright, and straight. And so what I'm going to do is rest my leg flat. My right is nice and extended. I'm going to just push down and reach as far as I can and just hold. You want to hold your leg, your knee, wherever on your leg feels like a stretch. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and coming back up. We're going to slide that right leg back as you bring the left out. And so what we're going to do is same exact thing. Slide down to wherever we feel is comfortable and hold. You're going to breathe. We're going to drop our shoulders during this time. Let them shrug. Really feel it in the low back along with the quad, hamstring. 3, 2, and 1. So next what we're going to do is